The guy that amazes me, Kurt Busch. We had just about counted him out of this race about 150, 175 laps ago. There he is in the top 10. Well, Ryan Newman is so good on those restarts, Darrell.
He doesn't want anybody racing him off into turn one.
I don't look for him to give anybody a lap back.
No, he got a pretty nice jump.
Harvick got a really good run through the middle of 1 and 2. We'll see what it does down the backstretch.
Harvick had a good car. He was up in the top 5 there before that caution flag came out and caught a bunch of people a lap down. Of course, you're going to try extra hard right now because this is your only chance.
Jeff Gordon, 24, Matt Kenseth, 17, and here comes Kurt Busch and Jimmy Johnson. Meanwhile, in second place, Dale Earnhardt Jr. draws a bead on Jamie McMurray.
And other than John Andretti in the 43 car, this is all for position. Jeff Gordon, Jeff Green, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson. This is pretty much from about 6th to about 10th. Terry Labonte in the 5 car, of course, for that green flag stop, he's at 1 lap down.
Junior makes the pass for second.
You know, it's almost like as this race really goes on, Dale Earnhardt Jr., the 8 car, Darrell, he's getting better and better. Track's coming to him, and they're making the right adjustments on that car.
For more, here's Matt.
And Mike, he still wants more adjustments than he got on his last stop. Back on lap 227, they put a rubber in the right rear. He said he still needs to be more free, but he does like the way the car is going.
Oh, Kenseth slowed off turn 2, perhaps to avoid driving up into the wall off the corner.
Yeah, that track has really gotten slick over there, and the cars are really starting to push off over there and get snapping loose.
Oh,
somebody almost wrecked him.
And I think that relates to what Dale Earnhardt Jr. was saying. This racetrack normally, as more rubber gets on, it gets tighter and tighter. They put that rubber in that right rear spring, makes it stiffer, helps him turn off the corner, but he's looking for more.
well, did somebody cut him off? Let's see. Oh, Jeff Green coming in, maybe, maybe not.
Nah, he just hit that, got that little wobble in it over there, and he had to catch it.
You just lose that little bit of momentum, Darrell, and it costs you so much.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what this track's all about. We've said it time and time again, is keeping that thing wound up.
Speaking of momentum, Rocket Man Ryan Newman, the graduate engineer from Purdue University, has hustled away by 1.7 seconds over Dale Jr.
And Dale Jr. has really gotten up on the wheel here in the latter part of the race here. Starting to turn some good lap times.
And he said something, Darrell, Friday, that I remarked on our practice coverage. I don't think I've ever heard from Dale Jr. We want to pick up a lot of points.
Yeah, I think this year he and Michael both have been thinking championship, and right now they're up there in the points, you know, where they can think about it. Sometimes you're so far behind, you don't worry about it, but they're in position, Dale Jr. particularly today, to really make a big gain.
Junior came in here 5th in the NASCAR top 10. Michael Waltrip in 4th.
Right now, though, you look at the speeds at the line. Ryan Newman leading this race. He has the fastest speed. Jimmy Johnson back there in 7th had the 3rd quickest speed. But yeah, this type of racetrack, it's like Dale Earnhardt Jr. has always ran well here. Darrell, he won his first race ever, Winston Cup, in 2000, his rookie season. He won a Busch race here. He likes this type of racetrack.
If you like to go fast and you don't mind hanging it out doing it, then this is your kind of racetrack.
And you know, the racetrack from a temperature standpoint has not really changed that much. The track temperature is only up 2 degrees from where we started, but the rubber on the racetrack, that's what changes it.
And if we go much later in the afternoon, we're going to start catching shade down here in turns 1 and 2 from the grandstand. Harvick moved over, let Dale Jr. go by. Sure, there was some communication there about tell Harvick I need to get past.
You know, it's going to be a pretty good day for MB2 Motorsports, the 2-car Pontiac team. You ride with Johnny Benson, who is 5th. His teammate Jerry Nadeau up ahead is 4th right now.
they've had good runs. They've just had really bad luck. Nadeau particularly.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Benson, he's 13th in points. Those guys came out here and tested, but he's the only driver in the top 29 in Winston Cup points that has no top 10 finish this year at all.
Jeannie?
Well, as we always talk about, guys, that the races are won and lost in the pits. In the 42 car of Jamie McMurray trying to do something about it. During pit practice this week, they kind of pulled a switcheroo. If you were left, you went right. If you were front, you went rear. And they just practiced that way, and they noticed they were working faster. So that's what they applied today. Everybody's switching around the car, and guess what? They are about a second faster on each pit stop. Dick?
Well, Jerry Nadeau and his crew have struggled with that car. You wouldn't know it because right now they're running in 4th spot. But the car all day has been tight through much of the corner. And a little while ago, Nadeau got on the radio and apologized to the crew. He said, I don't know what else to do to fix this automobile. Right now, he's running in 4th.
Nadeau 4th. We mentioned his teammate Johnny Benson there in 5th. Behind him is Robbie Gordon, who is not on the lead lap. So Jeff Gordon, who is 1.3 seconds behind Benson, is the next car in the order in 6th. His Hendrick teammate Jimmy Johnson, the 48, in 7th place.
Boy, he has had a good race car today. Remember, qualified in 4th, but had to go to the rear of the field because of an engine change. A little bit of strategy in the beginning, and he's been in the top 5 or 10 for about the last 150 laps or so, Mike.
And for the second time in this race, Jeff Green is the highest of the Childress Chevys.
Got a break on that caution and kept him in the lead on the lead lap, and he's taking advantage of it. That's a good run for that crowd.
And Kurt Busch, or rather Matt Kenseth, who was the race leader, now finds himself climbing from 9th spot. Kurt Busch, who was lapped twice today, is the next car in line in 10th.
It's going to be a good point day for the 17 and the 97 both, Busch and Kenseth, if they keep it going like they are. And I think that, I don't care what they say, I know they had to come in here with that on their mind.
Todd Bodine, the National Guard Ford, in 11th. 13 seconds off the lead.
Good run for him, considering he was another car had to go to the rear of the field because of the engine change.
The number 6 of Mark Martin in 12th. He's 15.5 seconds back. And a big gain from his starting position at 28th. Tony Stewart's managed to stay on the lead lap despite that brush with Jimmy Spencer. And Ward Burton, who crashed coming onto pit road with Joe Nemechek. Also, by the timing of one of the caution flags, he had not pitted under green, so he's still a lead lap car. As is Rusty Wallace in the 2 and Dale Jarrett in the 88. That completes the lead lap cars.
Some of these guys are very fortunate to be where they are on the lead lap. They just had better strategy than some of the other guys did, and they caught that caution just right.
Dale Jarrett, he's about a half a second slower than our leader, Ryan Newman, but he's been involved in 2 altercations. A lot of wreck damage on that front end, and Darrell, we talked about it earlier. You just crinkle a fender of the nose here, you're going to be in trouble because the speeds are so fast.
Yeah, it affects the aerodynamics of the car, which are, you know, as we've said time and time again, aero has become so much more important than anything else, even the mechanical in the car.
And we've now reached a window that if we do get a caution, the cars that would come to pit road, they could make it to the end of the race. And we need to note that Jimmy Spencer and Mongo, they are back in the race after major repairs.
I think go in there and feed old Mongo.
Ryan Newman with 62 laps to go, leading Dale Earnhardt Jr. by 2 seconds and Jamie McMurray by 4.7 in the Samsung Radioshack 500.